Welcome to Birds of Prey Sports Talk. We're your hosts, Jared and TJ. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down the depressing series in Milwaukee, the Orioles versus Brewers, where we do lose the series, and we lose, that's our third out of four series in a row where we lose. We lose the first game 4-3 or 3-4. We get bludgeoned the next night 10-2, and the next night we do win 6-3. So we do salvage the series, but or whatever you want to call. But we're just gonna get right into it. In the first game, like I said, we lose 4-3. Brewers get two in the first. We get two right back in the second. We get one in the seventh. They get one in the eighth, and they get one in the 10th to win the game, as he brings Austin Voth in the 10th. So that was clearly a loss to start. Let me go through the batters here. Frazier goes 2 for 5. Hayes goes 2 for 4 with a run scored. Hicks goes 1 for 4 with an RBI. Oh, I apologize, but 2 RBIs, a run scored on a 2-run bomb. And O'Hearn goes 2 for 4 with a home run as well, with an RBI and a 1-run scored. Let's see. Kyle Gibson goes 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. He really got out of a jam in the first inning and worked his way to pitch 5. So I'm really impressed with this outing there. Mike Baumann comes in, goes an inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Danny Coulomb goes 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Then your Cano comes in, he gets but I wonder what that B means. I don't know. I've never seen that before. It has next to his name, it has like B and it has 2. I don't know what that means. I gotta find out what that means. He gets 1 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and his ERA is up to 1.24 now, or 1.11, I should say. Batista comes in the 9th, zeros across the board and 3 strikeouts. Amazing. And Voth comes in and does both things and blows the game. Don't really need to go through his stats because he's just garbage. Honestly, quick notes about this game, just impressed to see Gibson work out of a jam in the first inning, but then not impressed to see the bullpen blow the game later in the game with Cano giving up the tying run and Austin Voth being the clown that he is. I guess there's not really much to talk about in the series. I mean, in this game right here, besides there's a lot going on right now. I believe, Mullins is hurt, got a lot of players slumping. Mountcastle has been playing. It's just so much going on at the moment. When you're starting outfield is it's Hicks, Santander, and Hayes, and it's a lot. And Hearn has to come in and Mountcastle's replacement, and we just got a lot of guys just playing below average. It's just such a shame, and it just really feels like there's needs to be something done to spark this team, to be honest. Do you have any thoughts about this game here?
Well, I just like this game is just one of those goose egg games, I
Mm.
just nothing just seemed to go right, and especially we used a lot of pitchers in this game, and still lost.
Right.
That's
That's
gotta
all
hurt
I
our
know.
yeah, that's gotta hurt our gas tank, gotta hurt our stamina, for the next game. So it's just an all around blunder. It's really
Yeah.
today. And you know, I'm worried about Mateo.
Oh yeah, he's been terrible.
I'm
Awful at the plate.
and it's just such a disappointment because he is a very gifted fielder, amazing fielder. He just needs to get that bat, glued to the ball.
Right.
And he just has not been seeming to do it, and
Right.
just makes me wonder, how much more patient are we going to be with him?
Right. Especially you got guys knocking on the door like Jordan Westberg and so many other prospects. It's like you can't keep these guys down for long unless you're using it for trade pieces.
Right.
It's just and then even if you use them for trade pieces, what are you going to get? You're not going to get those players in return. You're going to get maybe like a starter or something like that. Do you really need someone batting? Let me see what he's batting. He's batting something awful right now. He was batting like 340, I think, in like April, right? And now he's all the way down to 230. That's just not going to get it done. You can't lose 100 points and expect to still be a starter on this team. Now, Mateo offers a lot, speed wise, fielding wise, and overall, a good vibes, from him. But it's just that bat. That's the important thing about a player is his bat. He can be a great fielder, but if you stink, hitting, how much is your fielding going to be valued unless you're a Gold Glover, which he's not. So
Yeah.
we're just
And
gonna jump right in. Oh, go ahead.
and I just wanted to say, I feel like Henderson might eventually, take over his spot,
Yep.
and I wouldn't be surprised. And you know, I really wouldn't be opposed to it permanently.
Yeah.
Just seeing what I've been seeing right now. But obviously time will tell. So yeah.
Yep. Now the next game I didn't really get to watch a lot of. Neither did you. We were seeing Transformers. But probably the best because I came home, we were losing 10-0. So just gonna go right through it here. Brewers get 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 4 in the seventh, and we get 2 in the ninth to make it 10-2 to avoid a shutout. Yay. Our top hitters, honestly, nobody. I mean, 2 runs on 5 hits. Nobody's a top hitter. Let's just be real. On the good thing of it, though, we only throw out 2 pitchers. So
Here's a basketball team.
it's crazy when we win by 2 or 3 runs. You send out, basketball lineup and bench players, but when you lose by 8, you send out only 2 guys. Dean Kramer goes 5 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs given up, raises his ERA to 4.89 in the year. And Bruce Zimmerman, after the call up, goes 3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run is given up. His season ERA is now 7.20, which is his first appearance. So kudos to Bruce Zimmerman for coming in. It's not easy to come in that situation. When your starter gives up 6 runs, it's just not easy. And for him to go and pitch 3 innings, even though he did do great, just give him props. Just finishing the game, saving our bullpen for the night. And I do want to mention that a player who was batting 231 or less on the year went 4 for 4 with 5 RBIs and 2 home runs. So just to let you know who beat us today. Yeah, that's something to think about. Not really much to talk about the game besides we got our face kicked in, so just disappointing. You lost another series and yeah, you got to think something has to happen.
Mhm. And even in this game, it's funny because I just said about Gunner. He didn't have a good game in this game, and neither did Mateo really.
He
Mateo
did.
was 1 for 3, but still, it's not didn't really help much.
Right.
So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen to this roster. Prior to the All-Star break and even past it.
Right.
I really feel like we are a winning team. I feel like even Hyde knows it.
Yeah.
We want to start winning right now. We
Right.
have like if we were in the National League, we would be the best team in the National League right now.
Or at least one of them. Yeah.
And and we're losing to the Brewers, And I also just wanted to bring up the point that, you said that there are a lot of things going on. You're right. There's even a lot of things going on outside of us too. The Yankees are starting to heat up right now. Obviously, we have to deal if we're going to stay in second place to the Rays all year, we're going to have the Rangers lose, and they're not doing that. And just certain teams are heating. Even the Blue Jays are kind of heating up a little bit. They're still
Yeah.
trying to figure themselves up, but just a lot of teams around us are heating up. And this is not the time to start slumping because we
Yep.
need to pile up those wins so we can make our case better for a wild card team. We want to have home games or not.
Right. Or just win the damn division too.
Yep.
So, so we're just gonna get right to the last game of the series. The Orioles do salvage the series, avoid their first sweep of the season, and win 6-3. And honestly, it looked like this was gonna be a sweep after you go down 3 in the first. But then we score 1 in the seventh, 3 in the eighth, and 2 in the ninth. And take this game 6-3. Felix Bautista gets a save. Let me get to the box score. Our top hitters of the game. Adam Frazier goes 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Rushman goes 2 for 5 with a run scored. Santander goes 1 for 5 with an RBI as well and a run scored. Henderson goes 1 for 3, but gets a home run to save the day. Gets a 2-run shot, scores a run as well. Mountcastle goes 0 for 4 and is now down to 227. That's not a top hitter. I just wanted to mention that. And Arias, surprisingly as well, goes 3 for 4 with an RBI and a home run, his second of the year. So that's something to think about or look at. Mateo does pinch run, and he scores. He doesn't bat at all. McCann also goes 1 for 3 as well. Our pitchers, we went 6-3, so you expect that maybe you did pretty well pitching wise, but no, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basketball lineup in there. Bradis goes 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. Pretty good. Lowers his ERA to 4.25 on the year. Brian Baker goes innings, years across the board with 1 strikeout. Keegan Aiken comes in for 1 1/3 inning, only 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Cadell gets the judge on tonight, goes 2/3 of an inning, goes zeros across the board with no strikeouts. And Bautista goes an inning, gives up a hit, and strikes out 2, no runs or earned runs given up. Just a good bounce back win. Gunnar Henderson comes in clutch and gets us. I believe to tie the game. I'm not no, I think it gave us a lead. I think it was 3-2, and he gives us a lead 4-3, and then we scored 2 in the ninth. So I mean, just clutch hitting from Henderson, and overall just a good gritty win. I mean, they could have easily said we're down 3, let's just pack it up. We got swept, but they didn't, and that's just a testament to this team. I was trashing them over for the 2 games, but those 2 games were disappointing. We expect more out of a 30+ win team in June. So just I'm proud that they salvaged that last game. Do you have any thoughts about this last game right here?
I'm proud that we salvaged it too. I mean, we have heart. I mean, we might have had some stinkers these past 2 games, but we have heart. And it's always good to leave a series on a winning note. And I
Yep.
think it's the best that we can take from this. So yeah.
Yep. And I have to agree, overall, I mean, the series, 2 thumbs down, not really I mean, we went 3-3 in the road trip, so it's not like complete failure, but I mean, it's not the best. But we come back home to play the Royals and the Blue Jays, I believe, at home. They go on the road for 2 and then come back home after that to finish June. But I mean, gotta get versus the Royals, you gotta get it together. Just take care of business, and hopefully we do that series. Taking care of hopefully you sweep. That would be ideal. Just beat up on those bad teams. So do you have any last thoughts here?
We pretty much covered everything. I think it's just great to move past the series in general.
Yeah, exactly. Come home and try to regroup. So that was a recap of the Orioles versus Brewers series. Unfortunate series loss. At the end of the series, we were 38-24, so we're still 14 games over 500. So the sky's not completely falling, but you'd like to be doing better. Meaning like winning these series right here versus teams that are average, in my opinion, or below average even. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We've been trying to, post. We posted a YouTube short, I believe the other day, and then a TikTok as well. So make sure you check those out. Links are in the bio. I figured out that links weren't working correctly, so they should now. They were taking me some random freaking page on TikTok and Twitter and all that. I'm like, I fixed it. You should be able to access all of them now. So make sure to drop a follow, a like, comment, and repost as well to make sure we get a bigger reach. And we got the Royal Series coming out next, and we're Birds of Prey. We're out.
Yeah.